The judge said Doyin Okukpe made an innocent mistake. I've never heard of that before. Welcome to the news, and please subscribe to our channel to get notified when we post our juicy news update. Please click on the notification bell. The newly appointed Director General of Obi Date Campaign, Akin Osuntokun, has spoken about the resignation of Dr. Doyin Okukpe as the Labour Party campaign DG. The Nigerian political scientist highlighted that Doyin Okukpe is a respectable man in which he holds in high esteem. He clarified that Okukpe is just a victim of circumstance and that his emergence was fated to happen. According to him, what the judge said about Doyin Okukpe speaks volumes about his personality. He said, and I quote, "Doyin Okukpe is a very respectable person, and I will use the judgment of the judge to make the point. In the history of judgment that I know about, I have read about, I have never heard a judge say that the accused before him was guilty of an innocent mistake. I have heard that before. I mean, that is self-prescriptive and didn't come from the defense counsel. He is a personality that is worth celebrating and respected." Okay, for those who do not know, let me fill you in. Mr. Akin Osuntokun is actually the current DG of the Labour Party, and I hear news carries that he is actually still a member of Senate Labour Party. A news we don't know how true it is, but I don't know. Maybe maybe emergence will form, maybe something like that. But the thing is, there's a whole lot of controversial news surrounding his emergence as the Labour Party new DG. Alright, with that being said, let us forge ahead. Either right or wrong, thief is thief, so forget about the grammar. Well, for Dr. Doyin Okukpe's case, did I say doctor? Sorry, for Mr. Doyin Okukpe's case, I really do not know that, I really do not know what happened. We are not yet sure. Sincerely, I am still, this thing happened so fast. That is why I am of the opinion that, there's nothing you will tell me that, go tell me, say people, the opposition party get a hand for this thing. It happened so quick. Just before we hear it, it was this thing, they called him out. Before you will say Jack Robinson, he has been tried. They did not adjoin and rejoin, That is why I'm of the opinion saying, I'm not sure see this thing that, it was a pre-planned kind of attack. Yes, that is how I put it. It was a pre-planned kind of, just trying to winch hunt him. Let me just use that word. Okay, tell us how the truth was. Okukpe the one that committed the fraud. If you do not respond to me accurately, I will swear for you. Make blood no splash for my body, because I don't carry violence come now, I beg. And most unfortunately, the Dasigo who gave him the fund to disburse is walking the street free, while the messengers faces the uncharged. You see why a lot of people are loved? No, this was actually an attack on Doyin Okukpe's personality. That is Nigeria for you, a land of unequal opportunities. But all that will change after 2023 presidential election. I like your faith with P2B as president and Dati as vice. Nigerians are on course for self-emancipation. I love your faith, Jerry. I love your faith. Did you say Dasigo walking free after how many years of incarceration? Dasigo case is still in court and he went to jail for a number of years. Okay. Can honest politician, particularly the Nigerian brand, be worthy of celebration? Well, they have reduced themselves to that extent. That is what they don't know, that after all this, there are plenty wuru that they do. Now themselves then they do. Just like FFK now. Somebody like FFK. I don't think FFK, they will call a name for this country again where people go talk better thing about. I don't want no sha. But the man just staying that, as in, he just staying in white by himself. Okay. Did you read the concluding remarks of Mr. Osuntokun before rushing to respond before rushing to respond to my comment? The sin of Okukpe is he's in Labour Party, he's a Christian and he's from the south. The person that gave him money is a northerner. He's working free. There is a general that stole 109 billion naira as a free man because he is a Fulani and a northerner. Who is deceiving who? My dear, for this country, the sun will smile on us very soon. Igbos, as usual, were supporting crime. It is in us. It is in their blood. They will support Okukpe, a thief who was B2B Is it the change people are clamoring for? The statement shows that the judge is biased or compromised. Exactly what? This is somebody that understands it. It shows that the judge is biased or compromised. That should never have come out from a respectable judge, and no doubt about the sentencing. My dear, that is the reason he got a lighter punishment, which gave an option of fine. Okukpe has some principal actors in the crime anyway, but being an accomplice or a conduit for crime, he is liable. Nigerians, all this plenty one doing Okukpe you don't pass. As make I remind us what is forward now, looking at us in they look am. As we look am, they look us. As we look am, they look us in our election. As make I remind us, in case you are still sitting on the fence, let me appeal to you. And let me become your pastor. If you need more than a pastor, let me be that more than that pastor that will tell you that you're not coming out to vote for the elections coming up next year. It is you telling the government in power to remain and that you don't care about this country. Voting is not a choice. Voting is a duty. It is our civil duty to come out and vote. One of our civil duty. Another civil duty we have is to pay tax. I think we have more civil duty. For those who be sitting, if you remember their civic education, we didn't teach them for school. Innocent mistake is when you realize it was a mistake and refund the money immediately. If you spend it until you're caught, then this is a deliberate and not innocent. Okay? For those who don't know the truth, Okukpe did not commit a crime. His mistake was to receive amount in cash more than the financial regulation amount to handle in cash according to the constitution. So his penalty is to serve the constitutional jail term or pay the cost of handling excess cash, and that is what the law called innocent mistake. Where can I feel us injury? We be say we don't sabi law. All right. So I say make I remind you now, for those who have made up their mind to vote, please make sure you're not voting based on sentiment. Please make sure you're voting. The person where you carry for mind, say, oh, don't at this person. Make sure that that person is worth it. Make sure that that person is worth it. Make sure that that person is worth it. I beg. Okay. Why Oshitoku is trying to paint a black pot as white, whether you like it or not, Doyin Okukpe has been found guilty, and nothing, even your commendation, can ever change the judgment. Alright, so for those who have not gotten their PVCs, please try and do so. Though I'm hearing that some places they are holding people's PVC. I don't know. This kind of problem, safe go. You go run from this problem, you go make another one for this country. I don't know why we are going to have a nation where things will just happen normally. You always hear news. Now people don't struggle to get PVC to collect and save now war. Now what for us for this country? Now what? Okay, on this note, you have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.